Greetings, everyone. This is Payman Lorenzo, your host, your friend, your coach. Today, we are kicking off day 3 for the August live 5-day Profit Podcast Launch Challenge. And this is the class for the UK with my dear friend, Mr. Trevor Gordon from beautiful, tropical London, United Kingdom. Not London, Ontario, because we do have one here as well. But anyways, I'm excited. How are you doing today, my friend?
Oh, Payman, I'm blessed, thank you. The
Good,
past 2 days have blessed me, given me a lot of food for thought,
good.
and I'm really enjoying. It's allowing me to galvanize my thoughts. Excuse me a minute.
No worries, no worries.
Ah, yes, Payman, it's allowing me to galvanize my thoughts
Good.
and really work through what and how and if I decide to go ahead with
Yep.
a podcast, what the real issues are. But I've found your delivery very professional, spot on. It has allowed me to open up my thinking, and I'm very appreciative and grateful for it.
Thank you. I really deeply appreciate that, especially coming from you, who's a dear friend of mine. So thank you from my heart. I graciously, gracefully, and gratefully claim and accept that. Thank you, brother.
No worries.
All right, let's get going. So today, you see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today on day 3, day 1, we looked at how podcasting is powerful. Day 2, we looked at your zone of genius. And today we're gonna take your zone of genius and we're gonna build and craft your irresistible I-ticket offer around it. So, and it's going to be built around the number one pain point that you can solve and you will be solving through your offer, your podcast, and your business. I'm also going to be introducing a very powerful principle of business. That principle alone took my business from being a side hustle to an actual business. And that is having a quantifiable, measurable end result. That is something that's absolutely indispensable, non-negotiable for any business, not just to be profitable, but to be a business in the first place. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And by the end of today and this week, we will have you crafted an offer that is, well, a Godfather offer, an offer so good that people cannot refuse, just like the name says. So any questions so far before we start about anything about yesterday we did yesterday or anything so far?
No, I'm good to go, Payman.
All right, awesome. So one of the biggest questions and challenges people face when starting a business is what niche to choose and what to select. And that is actually the wrong question to ask because it's not about selecting a topic or a niche that is profitable or trendy or sexy. Can you make money that way? Yes, but it's not going to be authentic. It's not going to be aligned with you and it's not going to be sustainable. Instead, what we need to do is look inwards, look inside, because it's all about looking at your skill sets, your talents, your expertise, experiences, wisdom, and gifts. And ultimately, the best business to start is the one that is going to be built around your zone of genius. Because your zone of genius is going to be telling you and showing you in a very logical way what is one very specific pain point that you can solve for one very specific person. So that's what we're going to be doing. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So as mentioned yesterday and so far, the number one reason most entrepreneurs online or even offline fail and struggle to get any traction is because they lack clarity. They want to help everyone with all of issues. Now, let's take a look at the other side of the actual real life cost of clarity. Before we do that, there's a very powerful and fun little test called the dining table test. Imagine that you're sitting at a table around with people, and the person next to you leans over to you and says, "Hey, Trevor, what do you do?" If you answer this question with, "Well, it's kind of complicated," or "Let me tell you a story," or "This is how it started," well, let me tell you, if you were to start that way, then I'm sorry, but you don't have a business because you will be confusing not only the person, but confusing yourself because you lack clarity. Instead, you want to be able to have laser focus, crystal clear clarity. So when you answer in 1 or 2 sentences, the person knows exactly what you're doing, for who, doing what, and how long. And the only question left in their mind is, wow, that's amazing. How do I start? What's the next step? Can you help me? That's what we want to achieve. And to achieve that, once again, we need to have laser focus clarity because if you cannot answer that question, what do you do? Then you don't have a business. Does that make sense?
Completely.
Okay, awesome, perfect. Now let's take a look at the actual real life financial cost of a lack of clarity, because yes, clarity is the name of the game, but also there's a real life cost to it. What do you think is for you? How much is it costing you, Trevor? For example, if you were to have a business and not have a clarity, or if you have a business right now, but you know that you could be charging more and you're leaving so much money on the table. Let's talk about that. How much not having clarity in your offer costing you and your business each month?
Um, Payment, this is a very difficult one for me because I've had my business 24 years, so I'm pretty clear
Mhm.
about my offer.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
not a newbie setting up. I've been
Yes,
at it a long
awesome.
time. And for me, it isn't so much the clarity of the offer. My offer is affected by where society is at.
Mhm.
I work in the main in the ED and I space. So we're now living in a world that is moving to the right wing, where misogyny is rising, sexism is rising, where the disabled are not getting, it's ebbs and troughs. All of a
Yes.
sudden, you get George Floyd and his flavor of the month. Then all of a sudden, then you get Me Too, the move for women. Then
Yep.
all of a sudden, you get Trump, and you get, a whole range of
Yes.
people who move the world to the right, and it's acceptable to be misogynistic and sexist and racist and elitist and white supremacist and all sorts of stuff. So for me, the ebb and flow of my business is based on where society is at that particular time. I don't want to labor the point, but my raison d'etre is for my business is I'd like to get to the place in the world where it didn't ebb and flow, where the world moved on and realized that sexism, racism, homophobia, discrimination of any sort that's not based on a person's intelligence and personality
Hmm.
is wrong. And so that's my goal. That's where do you what's your end game? So
Beautiful.
so it's not so much clarity of offer because I'm very clear about what I'm offering, how I offer it. But it's my business last year was a very, 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 very slow year. It's picked up a little bit this year. And
Okay,
also at my age, I'm 66, so I'm not like flat out 6 days a week doing 2,000 miles a week, you
sure.
know, trying to earn the money. So I'm sorry I couldn't put it any shorter, but that's why this question for
No, no,
me.
absolutely no problem. I understand. Thank you for explaining that. So we have another person joining us today. She's one of the attendees from a previous class. She wants to join in today. She's
Okay.
also from the UK. A lovely lady. I'm gonna let her in, and let's see. She might be a good contact for you.
Okay.
Her name is Berta, and she's on the way. Let me just. Berta, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon. I'm here. I'm at work, so
Oh,
quickly joining break time.
thank you for joining
Yeah.
us. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much. I'm blessed.
Well, pleasure's all mine. Well, thank you for being. So we started already. We're just 2, 3 minutes in. So we're talking about having clarity in your offer and your business. Because again, today what we're doing is building your high ticket offer. And I started. Let me just go just a couple of slides back. Uh, so when it comes to selecting your niche. It's not about selecting the most profitable, the trendiest, or most sexiest offer. It's about looking at yourself, looking at your skills, talents, expertise, experiences, wisdom, and gifts. Because ultimately, the best business to start is the one that is built around your zone of genius, around your gifts. And because again, you are your avatar. Make sense? All right, cool, awesome.
Yeah.
And because also the number one reason why most people fail in business online and offline is because they lack clarity. They want to help everyone with all issues. Here's a very fun and powerful test. It's called the dining table test. Imagine you're sitting at a table around with people, and the person next to you leans over and says, "Hey, Berta, what do you do?" If you answer that question with, "Well, it's kind of complicated," or "Let me tell you a story," or "This is how it started," well, let me tell you, you don't have a business because you need to be so specific, so clear that when you answer that question, it's so clear that the person has only one comment and one question in mind. Wow, that's amazing. How do I start? How can you help me? What's the next step? Because again, if you cannot answer that question in a very specific way that is so clear, then I'm sorry to tell you, but you don't have a business. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So again, as I mentioned since the beginning, if you remember from the class back in January, clarity is the name of the game because it's all about the more clarity you have, the more magnetic your message will be, the more powerful your message will be, the more compelling your offer will be, and the more profitable your business will be. Simple as that. But then the flip side is there's actual real life cost, financial cost to the lack of clarity. Like for example, for you in your business, how much is not having clarity in your offer costing you in your business each month? Does that apply to you? Do you currently have a business?
Um, hmm.
Sorry?
You see, I don't have I do.
Okay. Okay, before we start, maybe I should have done that earlier. Give us a 30-second introduction about you so that Trevor also gets to know you a little bit about you. Trevor's an amazing man. He's a dear friend of mine, also from the UK. So give us a 30-second introduction about we are, what do you do?
Right. Yeah. My name is Bertha. I'm an educator, a coach, for internationally educated healthcare professionals,
Okay.
an advocate, and mentor for cultural integration, professional adaptation, interview prep,
Mhm.
offering support for exam prep so they can settle in, networking options, directing international diaspora professionals to where they can get support and settle in smoothly.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Trevor, can you also give us a 30-second intro about you?
Yeah, I'm an education management consultant. I'm a former deputy principal dean of colleges, and I specialize in teaching, training, coaching, developing. I also work outside of education with commercial sector firms and law firms, and my specialism is law and social policy.
Beautiful. Love that. Love that. Awesome. Now, moving forward, here's a very, very, very powerful principle that applies to any business. Your client, customer has to care about the problem before they can care about the solution, you, and your offer. Let me repeat that. Your client, customer has to care about the problem before they can care about the solution, you, and your offer. What does that mean? What that means is that, remember from day one, what I mentioned? One of our two main tasks as a coach, as a guide, as a mentor, as a big brother, big sister, as an activator is first and foremost to educate them, make them understand what is a problem, why the problem is here in the first place, what's going to happen if they don't take any action. Because we need them to fully understand the gravity, seriousness of the problem they have at hand before they can come to the conclusion themselves without us having to pitch them. Oh, wow, this is serious. I need to fix this. And once they get to that point, and because you were the one that really took the time to open their eyes to educate them, guess what? You will become the go-to person for them to seek to solve that problem. Does it make sense?
Yes, yeah.
All right, cool. So again, as I said, the two main tasks that we have as a coach, as an educator, mentor, activator is number one, to educate them in understanding what is the problem they are facing, why it's here, what would happen if they don't take any action to fix it. That's step number one. Step number two is to, once they've understood the problem, to make them believe, understand, realize, and see that they can do it. They can achieve and get the result. Because when someone is looking to hire a coach and invest a few $1,000s, pounds, or euros into a coach, there are three main questions in their mind. The first question is, can I trust this person? The second question is this person competent? And the third one, and that's a big one, that's the one that's going to determine whether they will open their wallet or not. And that's going to be, can I do it? Sure, you did it, he did it, she did, but what about me? That's the ultimate question. You know, there's a very powerful proverb in Brazil and Africa, and that is, what's the best way to eat an elephant? Nobody has a mouth big enough to eat an elephant. But instead, the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. One bite
Yeah.
at a time. Even an infant can eventually devour the elephant. So same thing here. Give your client, your customer, a taste of a win as soon as possible, no matter how small it may be. This is what I mean. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
All right, cool. So here's how we educate our audience. We educate our audience on 4 key points. Number 1, very specific. What is a problem? Why the problem exists in the first place? What's the consequence of the problem? And ultimately, what would be the ultimate negative outcome as a result of inaction? Make them really feel, paint the picture in a vivid way, so that the more they feel the pain, the more they understand what is a problem and how serious it is. That's when they will be, oh my God, this is more serious than I thought about it. I need to fix this. How do I fix this? Well, glad you asked. That's why I'm here. And that's your opportunity, your opening for you to tell them about what you offer. But first, you do not want to tell them about your offer until they fully understand the problem and they start caring about the problem. This is very important. They need to care about the problem before they can care about the solution, you and your offer. This is very, very, very important. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Now, how do we make them believe that they can realize and see that they can do it? Very simple. We need to have crystal clear laser focus on what pain point, one specific pain point we're helping them solve, and what is a dream outcome, the desired outcome that they wish to receive as a result of working with us. That's very important. And then tell them also how long it's going to take, doing what. These are things that people want to know. What is it that I need to do, doing what, and how long, and what's that going to get me? These are very important. And give them a taste of a win as soon as possible. Even a small win, that's going to reinforce in the mind their belief that, hey, yes, I can do it despite my busy schedule. For example, have you guys seen offers, people saying, oh, let me help you become a successful 6-figure, 7-figure coach, or let me help you become fit? Have you seen those kind of offers?
Yeah, regularly.
Exactly. And those offers leave you very frustrated and confused because you'll say, what? What is it? How can I do it? Doing what? How long is it going to take? Can I do it? And so on and so forth. Instead, turn it around and show them, let me help you get that first paying client, leveraging the power of Facebook or LinkedIn in as little as 30 days. Or let me help you lose 1 dress size or 1 stone, as you guys say in the UK, let's say in 30 days with 1 exercise, 10 minutes a day. Which one is more achievable? The first one or the second one?
Bit by bit.
Exactly. Bite by bite. Exactly. So again, break down your offer to the smallest common denominator so that the person, your prospect, sees, oh, wow, I can do that despite my very busy schedule. So give them a taste of a win as soon as possible. This is very powerful. Does it make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Awesome. So now let's take a look at what makes an irresistible Godfather offer. Have you guys heard of an irresistible Godfather offer?
No.
It's basically, as Alex Hormozy, one of the biggest, most brightest, smartest business owners out there, he puts it, it's an offer so good that people will feel stupid saying no to. And here's the keys that constitute the competence to create a Godfather offer. Again, it's all about clarity. What is the one specific pain point you're solving and addressing through your podcast, your offer, your business? What is the very specific person you can help at the highest level? And the big one, the timeline. How long is it going to take for them to achieve that desired outcome? These are very important, absolutely non-negotiable. What pain point? For who? Doing what? I should add a fourth one, yes. And how long? These 4 elements must be in your offer for your offer to be complete and irresistible. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So again, number 1 is very, very straightforward. The pain point. We're not helping them to turn their life around and fix every problem they have under the sun. No. Instead, we're focusing on one very specific pain point And that pain point is based on and built around your zone of genius, your gifts. Again, the more specific you are, the more magnetic your message will be, the more compelling your offer will be, the more transformational your offer will be, and the more profitable your business will be. As simple as that. And again, the avatar has to be someone very, very, very specific. And as I mentioned yesterday on day 2, I don't know if you remember from the January class, Berta, your avatar is not some fictional character. Your avatar is the version of you of just a few steps ago. Build your business the way you wished existed when you were starting, when you were at your lowest point. Your goal is not to get your message to the world. Your task is to help your Bertas, your Travers, my payments, meaning the version of you of just a few steps ago. As simple as that. So that when he or she sees, hears, or listens to the thing, they will say, "Oh wow, he understands me. She speaks my language. That's exactly me." That's what you want to reach. This is very important. Your avatar is you. Clear as mud?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So again, here's, as I mentioned, the very powerful principle of business that is called the quantifiable, measurable end result, QMER. 4 elements. Number 1, what is it you're offering? For who? Doing what? And how long? Your offer must include those 4 elements for it to be a successful, winning, irresistible Godfather offer. As simple as that. Again, what is it you're offering? For who? Doing what? And how long? It's going to take for them to receive, to reach the desired outcome. For example, for me, my offer is I help authors, coaches, and speakers get the first paying client in as little as 30 days, even if they have no audience to start with, through their very own podcast, in as little as 30 days. That's my offer. Very specific. It calls out who it is, doing what, how long, and what is it I'm offering. So again, what I'm offering, for who, doing what, and how long. Very specific. Again, I mentioned that before. Clarity is the name of the game. The more specific you are, the more magnetic you will be. Your message will be and that's going to result in your offer being more compelling, resulting in your program being transformational and your business being more profitable. Very simple. Here's some real life examples from past students and also some of my own. Quantifiable, measurable end result offers. When I first started my academy 4 years ago, my offer was very simple. Launch your profitable podcast in 3 weeks. And then it evolved into monetize your podcast in as little as 30 days after launch. And then it moved on to find your first paying client. Well, that's not mine, but another student. Find your first paying client in as little as 30 days through LinkedIn or Facebook. Or lose 10 pounds in as little as 30 days with only 1 exercise and 10 minutes a day. This is actually from a student from the UK. And then the last one is one that I was involved myself a few years ago. Find, select, source, and launch your first product on Amazon within 90 days, as opposed to let me help you become a successful seller on Amazon. Because again, you want to make it in a way that they can do it, they can believe they can do it, make it bite-sizable. Simple as that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So here's a formula. There's 2 formulas to create your very own Godfather Irresistible high-ticket offer. The first one is I help your client solve a specific problem with a proven solution and a time period guaranteed. The second one is I help client achieve dream outcome without pain or fear and a specific time period guaranteed. So the first one emphasizes on the deliverable, the dream outcome. And this is the one I recommend you use when you have an existing successful business with testimonials to back you up and social proof. But if you're starting a new offer, a new business, you don't have any social proof, no testimonials, emphasize on second one, which is emphasizing on the pain. For example, let me give you an example. Going back, the first line you see, launch your profitable podcast in 3 weeks. That's the one emphasizing on the outcome. The second one, launch your podcast in 3 weeks without being a techie or spending a lot of time. That's an example. Do you guys see that? Does it make sense for you guys?
Yes, sir.
So again, the rule of thumb is this. If you have an existing successful business with social proof and testimonials, focus on the outcome. And that will be the first formula. If it's a brand new offer or new business and you have no social proof, no testimonials, then focus on the pain that you're helping them overcome. This is very important. Here's some more examples, real life examples from past students. I help female executives over the age of 40 experience greater health, reverse diabetes without drugs and expensive medical bills. I help male entrepreneurs in the 40s and 50s get the first paying client within 30 days using the power of Facebook groups. I help busy moms in the 30s lose one dress size in 30 days without going to the gym with only 1 5-minute exercise per day. Another one, I help single dads find, select, source, and launch the first product on Amazon within 90 days. Another one, I help introverted entrepreneurs gain unshakable confidence and land a TED Talk without any presentation experience in as little as 30 days. So these are some examples. I want you to look at these and today, create your own and share it in the WhatsApp group. Even though it's not perfect, it's okay. Share it with us, and I will be providing you with feedback to help you hone in on it. Okay? All good so far, guys?
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hear it. Let's hear your offer. Even if it's not perfect, that's okay. It's not about perfection. It's just about brainstorming together. Trevor.
My offer is to, through interaction with people like you, who look like you, who come from your background, who've experienced what you've experienced, is to raise your confidence, your competence, help you to deal with any anxieties and frustrations that you may have, where you are trying to excel in either your personal or your work life as a Black individual.
Okay. So what I would recommend, I would suggest you, Trevor, is first, you call out the person you're helping. So I help Black professionals.
Yeah.
And then focus on one thing. Don't try to help them with 2 or 3 things because you want to be laser focused. You mentioned, say it again. You mentioned
it's about confidence.
confidence.
Racism takes your confidence away, Payman, and
Okay.
it demotivates you and demoralizes you.
Okay.
So it's about saying to them, yes, you can do it. You
Okay.
can overcome the place that you're in.
Okay.
That's essentially it. Yeah.
Okay. So,
But then it's not just sexism, because discrimination is intersectional. It could be Black women suffer differently to Black men.
yes.
Black disabled. So it's allowing for that intersectionality.
Okay. So yes. So write it down and the WhatsApp. We'll share it.
I'll work on it. I will work on it.
Good. And we will brainstorm together to really help you on that to make it really laser focused. Awesome.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I do understand what it is that you're trying to achieve. But the piece that I want to occupy and what I want to do, and I know it'll work, Payman, because I'm already, I've met and I've spoken to thousands of people who need that sort of support and encouragement. So it's not coaching, it's not mentoring, it's through speaking to people who have come through the adversity, who have succeeded, who are where you were but are now, successful business people. It's through hearing their stories that I then hope to empower you. So what I'm going to do is a bit more generic, Payman. It's not just going to be, I'm going to solve one issue for you. What I want to do is move a mindset. And once the mindset moves, that affects a whole range of issues in your life.
Okay, I see. Okay. Well, write it down and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, no worries, Payman. I will do that.
All right.
I will do that. And
Awesome.
yeah, and believe me, within the Black community, there are a lot of black people who are talented, gifted, educated, but they
Oh,
are
absolutely.
demoralized, they are down, they have low self-esteem
Oh,
because of what racism and society has done to them.
oh, absolutely. Some of the brightest, most hardworking people I've met, black
Absolutely.
people.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the
Incredible.
group. And I
Yeah.
want to do that through my network, which are people just like them who will
Mhm,
share their stories about how they overcame the
mhm.
adversities, how they built up this word resilience.
Yes.
You know, resilience is a key. I think that's the word I'm going to be focusing on. Payment as my
Resilience.
keyword. I'm going to help you build up the resilience to succeed.
I love that. So you can say, I help black professionals uh, build an unshakable resilience to face
Absolutely.
no
So
matter
that
what
no matter
life throws
what,
at them.
yeah. So no matter what is thrown at them, they will have the wherewithal, the ability, and the emotional intelligence to win.
Yes. Yesterday, the day before, the name that came to mind was
Yeah.
Black Excellence Podcast.
Yes, that's right.
And today, what came to mind is resilience, builder, resilience, something with resilience. We'll find something.
I will agree, and I'll play around with it
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I'll play around. A title only needs to be no more than a title that should only be no more than 3 or 4 words.
Absolutely. So,
In an ideal world, it should be 2. But I'll play
absolutely.
about with it. You see, the 2 words there that I need to look at, the key words that I need to build around are resilience and black.
You know
So
what? That's exactly it. Black resilience,
yes, yes,
black
black
resilience, and
resilience.
black excellence.
Absolutely, that's it, payment. Black resilience. Yeah, that's what I'll build on.
I'm getting
So
goosebumps.
yeah,
I don't know if you can see it. You know?
yes.
Seriously, beautiful. Now, what about you, Berta? Let's build your offer on right now. It's okay if it's not perfect, but just let's get it out.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay, so I help internationally educated healthcare professionals integrate culturally, adapt professionally, and pass their OSCE exams and get prepared, ready for shortlisting, passing interviews, and for leadership prep, ready for the next stage in their career within a year.
I love that. The time frame. This is very important. Very important. I love that. So write this down in the WhatsApp group, please, and we'll honing it. We'll focus on. We'll make it better for you. Okay.
Thank you.
And here, very welcome. And here's another tip I can give you. This was a tip I was provided by an actual lawyer. Don't use the word within or
Okay.
in because your method will work, but you cannot control whether the person is going to implement it. And if you
Okay.
say, "Oh, you're going to get a job or whatever," and within a year, and if they don't, well, guess what? They can come after you. But instead, in order to cover your back legally, use in as little as. So this way, yes, it can't take that long, but again, that covers your back legally. Maybe you can chime in on that, Trevor, because you have legal background.
Yeah, that is correct. And that is one of the dangers about what we do. You've got to be very careful what you promise people or what you
Yes.
tell people you can do. But what you start, because, you are going to get lots of people who are going to love it, hear it,
Yeah,
jump up and down about it, and then not do it.
absolutely. And you can, just like the saying, you can take the horse to the water, but you
Water,
cannot drink
but
for the
yeah,
horse, you know?
absolutely, Payman. Absolutely.
So be
Absolutely.
careful on that, Berta. Don't use
Yeah.
within, use in as little as.
In as little as.
Yes,
12
awesome.
months.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So please share your offers in the WhatsApp group,
Yes,
Yeah.
and
yes.
we'll take it from there.
Okay, Payman.
So here's some of my offers over the years. It went from I help artists, coaches, and speakers with a tiny or no audience at all launch a profitable podcast or YouTube channel to get leads on demand and clients organically in as little as 60 days. And then
Right.
it went to the current offer is I help authors, coaches, and speakers get the first or next client to their own profitable podcast and YouTube channel, even if they have no audience to start with, in as little as 60 days. So use those as framework for you. And again, I will share the the replay and the slides with you guys in the WhatsApp group after this call. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So in your business, the most powerful, valuable activity you can do is to make offers. Because the more offer you create, the more offer you make, guess what? The more wealth you'll be creating. Because literally, offer creation is wealth creation. As simple as that. My coach calls it focus on your MMAs, meaning money making activity. And the highest form of money making activity is actually making offers to the right person, to the right audience. Because the more offer you make, the more people will say yes to you. The more people will say yes to you, the more money you will make, and hence the more wealth you will be creating. All right. So now we've already seen that your irresistible Godfather high ticket offer must have the following. Again, it has to be quantifiable, measurable, end result, and a time frame. Meaning, it has to first call out who is it for, what are you gonna get, doing what, and how long. Again, call out the person. I help X achieve what, doing what, and how long. This is very, very important. It's very simple yet very powerful. Just use this formula, this structure, this framework, and you'll be good. And some examples here to use as inspiration. Any questions?
Another question.
All
No,
right,
I'm writing down.
Yeah, I have a question.
go ahead.
Yeah. So, if in your business you are the only one, some businesses are a team. I normally, when I'm talking, I normally say we. I'm just wondering if it is okay to be saying I and me.
Great
Sometimes it looks
question.
like I'm feeling they might not trust only one person doing everything.
And
So just today, I was asking the one gentleman who did my website for me to say the team is only me there, and I want to add my husband, my sons. They all help me craft things. Can I put all of them there?
absolutely,
didn't-
you can even add your dog, your cat, your neighbor. They don't, your fish. They don't need to know. To answer your question, some people prefer the I because it makes it more personable, more relatable, and away from the corporate, heartless thing that corporate can represent at times. But in other cases, depending who you're dealing with, it's all about knowing your audience, know your customer, know your client, KYC. So if in your line of business, if you're going to be targeting health professionals, if it's one-on-one, yes, in that case, you may want to say we to make you look more important. And they don't need to know that it's just you, your husband, your son, your dog, your fish, and your cat, and your car. They don't need to know. Just say we. In other cases, it's better to just use I, Berta. It's going to make you more personable, relatable, more humane, more in touch.
Okay.
So it's really up to you to decide when to use which. For example, for me, I like to use I because I'm the face of my business, my brand.
Yeah.
For someone like, for example, for you, it depends on your niche. You know best. What about you?
Yeah.
What about you, Trevor?
Yeah, as you've been talking, I've been writing because I'm like that. I write
Okay,
as and when the genius comes, I
good,
write
good,
because
good.
I'll come back here in 3 hours and it'll be gone.
Yes.
I heard what you said. I started off by saying I changed it to we,
Okay,
and I will decide which way to go because
okay.
it isn't just about me, it's about the sharing of other people.
Yes,
So it's not just about Trevor, it's about Dr. Carol Nicholson, who I bring on. It's about, Dr. Maxine Miller. It's about the people that I will bring on
yes.
to share their experiences. So it may be a we, even though I am the one who's managing it all. But I'm quite used to we and I because my business is very much we and I.
Okay,
But I've done some wording that I'm just stuck at the moment on the last bit. And I'm also stuck on time scaling it because
okay.
where you're building resilience and confidence, where it's a bit like a psychiatric approach, payment. You know,
Yeah.
a psychiatrist doesn't say to somebody after 6 sessions or
Yeah.
after 40 days or after 30 days, you will be cured.
Yeah.
Some people get it in a week, some people don't get it.
Sure. So,
So,
Trevor, to answer your question, what's the fastest way? You don't have to completely give them ultimate unshakable resiliency. Give them the first taste of resiliency. How long would that take for someone who doesn't have that?
to start building resilience,
Just the first bit of resilience, the first bit, in something as simple as, hey, let me follow through on waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning,
yeah,
for example.
I can, 2 hours payment. I mean, you know, I can go into a room of people who have very low self-esteem, and I can deliver a course to them, and within 2 hours, I've started them on their path in terms of building resilience. It's not something that once you get it and you start to get it, it starts to grow. You begin to.
Yes.
It's fulfilling.
So mention it in as little as 2 hours, for example, if that's how long it's taken you and you have the track record. Yes.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. And what I will say is, in as little as in as little as 2 weeks, maybe
That's
I can
it.
attend a few sessions. Okay, because it's like we all have it, payment. So
Yes.
what I'm doing is I'm not giving them something I don't have.
Yes.
What I'm doing is I'm activating what they do have.
That's it.
It's like, you know, excuse me, my lady, but it's like, you know, you and I, payment, we all know God created us all. We all have a Holy Spirit, but it's not active in the vast majority of people.
Yes.
So what happens is when you find God and you get saved and you get baptized and you receive the Holy Spirit was already there, you know. So it's that analogy. People
Yes.
have resilience. It just needs to be activated.
Absolutely. Awaken. Yes.
That's right.
I love that. So
So
mention
it's like
that.
believing in yourself, isn't it, to
Yes.
start with?
Yes, Bertha. Yes. Yes. You know, it's like the word education. Most people think the word education means to put something into you. It doesn't. The word education, aduka, means to take out. We all have the ability, but is there somebody who can bring it out of you? So it's exactly the same thing.
Yes.
A good educator you have the ability to get a degree. It's whether or not you have the right people to bring it out of you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Awesome. Awesome. So here's my invitation. I invite you guys to book a call with me for next week to further brainstorm one-on-one. I'll share my Calendly on the WhatsApp group. And here's a sneak peek for tomorrow, day 4. It's going to be all about tech.
Right.
Meaning we're going to be creating your podcast assets and foundation, formatting your podcast and naming it the right way, creating a YouTube channel together, creating your podcast cover art, thumbnails, recording and editing your shows. We're going to cover all tech things while on day 4. So what is going to be tomorrow? I understand, Trevor, you can do it tomorrow, Monday.
No, but can I do this with you on Monday, Pam?
Absolutely, we'll do it on Monday. Does Monday work for you, Bertha?
No, tomorrow is okay. Okay. I'll be at work, and I normally cannot guarantee when I get the chance.
Okay. What time do you think? What time is are you on your break now? Your lunch break, or?
Yeah.
What time is your
I
lunch
am
break?
in control of it, but things come in the
Okay.
way. Sometimes I have to change it.
Okay.
So 1 o'clock, I think, is the perfect timing.
All right. So I'll do it for you tomorrow, and I'll do it for Trevor on Monday. That's fine.
Bless
I
you,
enjoy
Pam.
it.
Thank you.
I enjoy it.
It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. We must link on LinkedIn.
Thank you so much.
Are you on LinkedIn?
Sorry?
Are you on LinkedIn?
Yeah, you know, I'm on all of them, but I don't really use them. LinkedIn, Facebook, all this, but I'm registered, but I don't get the chance.
LinkedIn. I'm not registered with any of the others. So because it's a professional platform. I prefer the professional to the social platform. So please reach out. It's Trevor Gordon. Payment knows.
I will connect you guys. I will connect you guys on WhatsApp, and then you guys can take it from there. Okay.
Thanks. And Payment, I got a favor to ask.
Please.
The .coms. We won't work it out until we know what we're going to call it. Forget it. Let's work out what we're going to call it first.
All right. But again, Black Resilience and Black Excellence.
Yeah. So
the Black Resilience Excellence.
Yeah, I think I was thinking about it yesterday very quickly, and I think Black Excellence is probably going to be gone in terms of how,
You never know. You never know.
But I know Black Resilience might be available. But
Or you can say
let me work out what it is, and then I'm going to ask you to help me to find out.
You can say Black Resilience Excellence, Black Resilience Excellency .com. Just play around with those names.
Okay, my friend, I will.
And yeah. So listen, any questions before we call it a day?
No, it's been another excellent session. Thank you.
Delighted to hear that, my dear friend. So I'll connect you two on WhatsApp and you take it on that.
Okay.
And I have another wonderful lady to connect you to, Trevor. A wonderful lady from the US. Well, she's from Rwanda. She was on my first book. She's an alumni of Academy. She also works at the highest level in the US with DEI. And I will connect you with her. I think I may have connected her to you on LinkedIn in the past.
Right.
But I will connect. Her name is Drusella. Does that ring a bell?
No.
It does ring a bell.
I'll connect you to her directly, Trevor, because you two are in the same line of work.
Okay.
And you guys, I'm sure, can cook in magic. I'll connect you guys on LinkedIn.
Thank you so much.
All right.
See you tomorrow, Berta.
Bless you.
1
Good to meet
p.m.
you, Bertha.
1
God bless
p.m.
you.
Right?
Good to meet you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.